Claudia Winkleman is about to raise the drawbridge on her castle of chaos. That's right, it is the final of the Traitors. We are about to find out who out of the Traitors and the Faithfuls are taking home that massive prize pot. Now, as we speak, there's about 75k sat there waiting. After 3 weeks of psychological warfare, 22 strangers have been whittled down to just 5. Ahead of this last reckoning, the final 5 have all shared what this really means to them and how they'd spend that amazing money. So for Andrew, it's all about his family. He wants to look after his son, who's desperate to travel Australia. But also, he's fighting back himself after a horrific car accident. He had that back in his 20s, but it left him with a near-death experience. He was in a coma for 4 weeks, and it was thought that he might never walk again. So the experience has been huge for him, and now he wants to share that with other people, fighting back from mental and physical struggle, which is amazing. It's a similar situation for Molly. After 3 years stuck at home, pretty much unable to leave because of her ill health, she now wants to campaign and advocate for people with limb difference, and she herself also has a stoma bag. So for her, this experience has been amazing, totally transformative. Just running around the Scottish Highlands is something she never thought she'd be able to do. And she's now got all of that inside of her and wants to share it with others. So she's a real do-gooder if she takes this money home. Jazz shared earlier in the series about his family has been through huge turmoil. They found out that his dad had been living a secret double life for years with another family, living in a completely different place. So his family is in a complete stage of upset. They need to rebuild completely, and this money would obviously hugely help with that. Then we've got Eevee. She's been one of the series' quieter players, but that's been her big strategy throughout, just slightly coasting under the radar, and somehow she's reached this stage. The money would mean a great deal for her as well. Her and her partner live in a small 1-bedroom flat with 2 dogs. She'd just love to be able to give them all a better life. And finally, we've got Harry. Now, he's become the real talking point of this series. Everyone's wondering how a floppy-haired Gen Z 22-year-old from Slough has somehow become reality TV's greatest strategic mastermind. But he's run those traitors throughout the series, and I think it's probably one of the few times everyone would like to see the baddie win, because he's just played such an incredible game. So Harry, how would he spend the money if he takes it all home? He's not saying that he's thinking about leaving the army, where he's an engineer, but he says it would be really nice to consider what the next chapter of his life could look like. But also, he's a family of 11. There's hundreds, it feels like, of brothers and sisters at home. And he said it would be amazing just once to be able to take them all for dinner and pick up the bill. So what will happen in the final? Claudia says that it's going to be epic. The group will take to the skies above Inverness in a helicopter as part of the biggest mission yet. Then there'll be the final round table. The banishments will continue until everyone is confident that there are no traitors left. She says to them, remember, if there is a traitor or traitors left at the end, they take it all. So that means that Jazz, Eevee and Molly will be trying to root out the traitors, while Harry and Andrew are desperately trying to evade detection. One thing's for sure, whether it's the goodies or the baddies that win, we're all winners.